Hey guys, welcome. I'm sorry I'm running a little late, but like I said in the tribe page, um, yeah, it's bedtime and my monkey has learned how to crawl out of his crib. So anyway, I'm here now. I have a lot of really amazing content for you guys. So I'm just going to get started because I have a feeling that you are going to want to watch this again and again. So usually we do recognition, which, I'm so proud of you. I'm going to be posting tonight in the group though, instead of talking about it on here, just because our team is growing. We've got so much recognition. And like I said, this is a video I see you watching over and over again. So if there's anything you don't understand or that seems kind of odd to you, please just watch this again or ask me questions, but don't just kind of waste your money frivolously. That's something that we're also going to talk about. Okay, so there's going to be a few parts. This will definitely be a two-part webinar. One this week, then you're going to have all week to do the assignments that I'll give you. And then next week is when we will then implement some of the things that you've done through the week with some of the results that you've gotten and things like that. So I want you to take notes because I plan on this not going over an hour, but I do want to get through everything because this is something I feel like I get asked all the time. And your like page, I don't ever want to rush a new coach into it, but I feel like if you can kill it on your like page and you can definitely start reaching out to people outside of just your friends and family. This is not a place just to post Beachbody, by the way. So many people are like, oh, I need to start my like page so then I can post all my business stuff there and just keep my personal page for personal. And that's not how this works. Your like page is actually the place where you're going to post the best content, which I'm going to talk about that tonight. You're going to specifically talk to the people that are just like you or that were just like you when you started. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to get started. If you have any questions, I'm like just figuring, this whole webinar jam thing out. But you can ask in the chat and I'll plan on answering at the end. Will someone type something in the chat just so I can see if it works, seeing as how this is my first time fully using Webinar Jam? Will someone try that for me? Or maybe I can type something. See if any, enable chat box. Yep, it's enabled right here. Hi, everyone. Okay, gosh, I see it. Okay, awesome, ladies. Thank you so much, Brenda, Sarah, Melissa. Thank you. Remove and reset sticky. Okay, so here we go. Take notes. Again, I should probably preface this. I need to give credit where credit is due. I think investing in training and in personal development is huge and really important for your business. I think personally, I'm in a 10% of my income to go towards personal development. So this includes attending seminars, receiving trainings like the one I'm going to talk about to you, my personal development books, things like that. So 10% of your income, I think, should go, at least 10% should go towards things of this nature. So I signed up for Chalene Johnson's Marketing Impact Academy, which was a big investment, and Jesse Regan's like page, how to do ads, how to do all of this stuff, social media training. I also am a PSMU fan, practical social media fan, and I've done videos on that before, but this is personally is mostly Jesse Regan's training that I've learned, and then also some of Chalene Johnson's stuff. So if we can continue on, if you guys want more training where I just kind of pass along what I've learned from it, then let me know, but we're going to get started. Okay. So here we go with some notes for your Facebook like page. And by the way, I just posted something on our Good Vibes Tribe page today. Janelle Summers' call today was about how to start a like page. So if you don't have a like page, you can easily listen to that webinar, get it started the right way from the queen of social media, and then start implementing some of the things I'm going to tell you about. Okay, so content should always be 3 things, okay? It should always inform, educate, or entertain. It should be one of those 3 at a minimum. So before you post anything, think, is it fulfilling one of those 3 categories, okay? And then the top 10 ways to get more like page engagement, write these down. Number 1, always think about who you are speaking to. always. I mean, okay, this is what's key. I don't want you to think like that this needs to be a fitness page, right? Like unless you are a fitness expert, don't pretend like you are. I mean, the way I've heard it described and that I love is pretend like you're sitting at a coffee shop and there's not enough seats. And so someone comes and sits next to you. It's kind of awkward conversation, right? Like you don't really know someone, just kind of a stranger. But then how do you end up having that conversation? Do you talk really formally with her? Are you like, hey girl, oh my gosh, can't believe my kids are keeping me up at night. Like, what do you do for, bedtime routine? Or how do you like that coffee? Or, hey, I just learned this really great thing about intermittent fasting. Whatever you want it to be, you're not going to be like, hey, here's my Shakeology. Do you want to buy it from me? You would have your shaker cup and then you would potentially talk about some of the things you liked about Shakeology. But use your own wording just like you would talk to your best friend. Use images that are obviously visually appealing that you would want to see yourself. So, but never, ever forget who you're talking to. And at the end of the day, you're talking to someone who's a lot like you. Those are the people that will be your best customers, are the people that either want to be your best friend or really think they have a lot to learn from you or are just like you, okay? Number 2, it's called Facebook for a reason. Show your face. I know there's a lot of selfie hate that I see like going around, but guess what? Who cares? As Beachbody coaches and also as, people who do their businesses on Facebook, people want to see you. They want to see really, so instead of doing just like a quote from Pinterest, what I want you to do is find a quote that you like, but then use a picture of yourself and put the quote on it using some of the apps that I like Studio Plus, Typic, Photo5. With that being said, I had you all take the brand test. I posted that in our group also. So use the same font, use the same colors, get a brand for yourself so that people, if they see a picture of you and you have the same font and the same color scheme, they're going to know it's you without even having to see your name at the top. That's the ultimate goal, for you to have your own brand, your own visual appeal so that people know it's you. Number 3 is share your story and be vulnerable. We talk about this in our new coach training. I think this is something that you need to breadcrumb almost every day. A part of your story, a part of, why you started, a part of how something that you used to struggle with in the past is something that you're struggling with now, something that you feel has changed in your life, something that you feel successful about. Either way, all sides of that story need to be talked about so that, and not just your health and fitness journey. Your entire story needs to be clear so that people can then relate to you. Number 4, everyone loves this one. Do more videos. Oh my gosh, if you haven't done a live video yet, that's your assignment for this week. Otherwise, if you already have done a live video, your assignment is to do 1 video a day on your like page. It doesn't have to just be of you. It can be, I did one this week that Amy Garber reached out to me about. You can cook, for example, if you like to cook, and take pictures along the way of each step and then jump into iMovie and put them along the way. And you can create a movie just from pictures, and make sure if you are using music that it's royalty-free music. Do not, please write this down and underline it. Do not use iMovie music. They will shut down your account and you won't be able to post any videos for a while. So if you are going to use music, use royalty-free music. Don't have music on in the background that you haven't paid for. If it's on the radio, they can also shut you down. So be very aware of the music that you're using, that you've either purchased it on iTunes or that you've purchased it through a royalty-free music site online, okay? Number 5 is develop your own brand. I just talked about this. So use that brand, like I'm personally the hero. Some people were, the best friend. I don't know. There's so many different things from that brand quiz. So do the brand quiz. And if you can't find it, search for brand up in the upper search bar of the Good Vibes Tribe. Redo it. Please use the same thing. If you have a logo, think about that. Think about your style, your colors, your fonts. And then the other thing I want to encourage you to do is to log on to your like page if you already have one and look to the left. And those 9 photos that are on the left, what do they look like? What do they say about you? Are they mostly of your face, or what are they photos of? Because that's the first thing a lot of people look at. And that should be a quick descriptor of who you are and what your brand is. Number 6 is share other popular content. I'm not saying to share other Beachbody coaches' popular content, but things that are like, this is silly, but literally like a cat or a puppy movie or a funny baby movie. It can be of your baby or of some random baby. Something that will just get likes and shares to your page, because sometimes people just want to see other content that you have something in common with. So if you see a video that you're like, that's hilarious, or that was really informative, or whatever it is, post it on your page and share it, okay? This adds value to your fans, and then make sure and go through, and I'm trying to think how I wrote this down, and talk to everyone who likes or comments on your post. You don't have to send them individual messages, but you need to be interacting with the people who are interacting on your page, okay? Number 7, ask questions. This is an easy one. We talk about this one a lot. You can ask really simple things like, what's everyone doing for their Friday night plans? Or you can do something else that's like, I know, something not even important at all, like, which way should the toilet paper roll be? Or it can be something much more fiery. I'm trying to think of the right word, where you kind of could get, there are two very, like, I don't know, right now you could say, what do you think of Donald Trump? But then my advice to you, if you're asking a very hot topic button question, stay out of it. Whether you hate Donald Trump or you love Donald Trump, it doesn't matter, because I mean, I guess if you want to completely polarize certain customers, if you never want to work with someone that likes Donald Trump, I guess you could get involved. But in general, remember that your like page is your business. This is your storefront. And if you wouldn't have a brick and mortar building that said, if you like Trump, don't enter here, then I wouldn't put it on your Facebook page. You can, like I said, get conversations started. Maybe Trump isn't a good one example, but you know, whether it's attachment parenting or obviously like anything that's in the news, it's like a very kind of polarizing subject. Ask and then stay out of it. Don't engage, don't comment, just like people's things or ask more questions, but don't get involved, okay? Number 8, post at least 3 to 5 times a day. Like I said, you kind of have some ideas here with what we've talked about, but the 3 to 5 times a day needs to be quality over quantity. So don't just post 5 kind of crappy things just to get 5 up. Really focus on what you can do. And the other thing I want you to do is, if you're in your Facebook page, I need you to go and basically like look at your insights. You click up at the top. I'm going to try to share my screen. I'm going to pull it up real quick. But you click up at the top and click on insights. So then you can see when people are actually looking at your page. And that's the best time for you to, okay, let me see if I can screen share. This, sorry. Okay, so you're seeing yourself. Whoops, how does that work? Okay, we'll do this. So right here, as you go to insights up here, and then you can go down here to likes. Like, let's say, for example, you want to see when most people are liking your page. So net likes, oh, obviously I started my ads 2 days ago. Look at that. I would have like 3 likes a day. And then yesterday I had 87 likes now that I'm doing these ads. Where your page likes happened. The other, like reach is another one. So you can go here and you can go and see, you know, when most of your reach was. The other one that I personally use the most is page views. And then this, you can, you know, like click on a day posts. Okay, this is the one I go to the most. So for example, Monday, let's say well, today's what, Wednesday? Okay, so Wednesday, now I scroll down and say, okay, when are most people looking at my page? Between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. So if I post at 3 a.m., that's the least amount of people that's going to see it. But if I post, you know, anytime between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m., then that's where I'll get the majority of my likes. Okay, so I'm stopping that. Ooh, oh boy. I don't know. Could everyone see my screen on that? Will you put in the chat box to see if you could you see my Facebook page? Chat? unmuted. I know there's like a lag time with this. Okay, so put in there if you could see it, and I'm going to keep going. Okay, so with that being said, then number, I would say he recommends once a week going in and, hey guys, you guys are saying hello. Okay, Melissa, thank you. Gosh, I really love this. Thank you so much, you guys. This makes it easy. I can't see your faces, but I can at least get feedback. Okay, thank you. So I would recommend on Sundays when you're kind of planning for your week ahead, look at those insights and see when people are looking. So then if you are, if you do work full time, for example, then you can plan your posts during times that you know people are going to look. And you could do those 3 posts, get them out there. And then if you have something great happen or something else you want to share, you could also add that in, but at least you have the content for the week at the times when people are looking at your page the most. Okay. Also, oh, sorry, let me screen share again so you can see this. Okay, here we are. Look at your posts. So scroll down here and see which ones did the best. So for example, and none of these I have paid for, okay? These are all just free posts that I put up. That's why it says boost post next to them. So the post I did today about just my happy place, sitting in the car with the sun shining, good music on, that had, the most engagement. So now I know, okay, I can do something else like that again. But for example, this one, when I took the kids, oh, that's crazy because I got a lot more engagement. I know what I'm also noticing if I double post, I don't get as much engagement on my like page. So where I took the kids to a bakery with a no-bake cookie and I looked at the calories after and I'm like, oh, okay, I can make these at home. Who wants the recipe? That one did not get very many. Okay, so things like that. That's what I want you to look through. Like this one, oh wow, my live video about leading like a woman, earning like a man. That one did okay. Okay, or my little girl making her whatever outfit choices. That one's always a big hit. Okay, stop sharing. So I'm back and reuse. So that's another one. You don't have to have original content all the time. The more you do this, and I have an app called Time Hop, and it tells me what I posted, which Facebook also has this integrated, but it won't do it for your like page. So Time Hop, what it tells me is what I posted 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, many years ago on this day. It looks through my photos, it looks through my Facebook, looks through my Instagram, and then I can just reuse that content. And so what you can do is something like, I don't know, that my happy place. It wouldn't really be easy to reuse that one, but pick one that would be easy to reuse, was a recipe or was something that was valuable. Save it and then basically repost it 3 months from now, put it at a different time 3 months from now, and then you have a post. You basically archive it. So scroll through your like pages if you've been doing this before and look through your posts that did the best. Reuse them. You don't need to recreate amazing content because there are new people joining your page all the time, especially with all the ads that you'll be doing, because they'll be getting really great, more people looking, and your like page will blow up. Okay, so number 9 is respond to all comments. You are losing money if you don't. And number 10 is always provide value. People don't want to just come to your page to see pictures of your kids. Well, that's great. That's not what our business is. All right, so now who's ready for actually getting started with ads? This is exciting. Okay, so let me give you just a few things ahead of time. All ads are done in Power Editor. So Power Editor can only be run through Chrome. It can't be run through Safari or Internet Explorer. Google Chrome is free, but it has to be run only through Google Chrome. I think like there might be another interface, but that's the one I always use. So Google Chrome, number 1. How you get to Power Editor. Let me screen share again with you guys. 1 second. Is you go to facebook.com/Power Editor and make sure that it's sharing. Okay, it is. Okay. So facebook.com/Power Editor. And then what you're going to do is make sure that your payment is set up. So you can you can always reset if things ever get funky with it, but your personal account, you can log in there, and then you can also put your payment information in if you account settings. It's right here, and billing. So what you're going to go in there, if you've never used Power Editor before, this is also another little tip, I guess. You need to make sure that you have a business credit card, or at least a business debit card. I don't have a business credit card, I have a business debit. So for tax purposes, especially if we have some newer coaches on here, I think it's really important to set up a separate account from your personal account where all of your paychecks go into that, your business fees, your Shakeology, they're all taken out of that, because if you make more than $600, which most of you will if you're working the business at all, then tax time can get a little hairy trying to figure out how much you made, how much you took out. But if you have a separate bank account for it where then everything goes into it and everything comes out, then it's easy. So with that being said, hook up your billing to your business debit card or your business credit card, and then you can set a max on here. I think my max is like $200 a day, which I've never spent that much, but just so that it doesn't get out of control for whatever reason. Okay, so that's what you're going to do. Set up your payment first. The next thing I'm going to talk to you about is we're going to set up our first, basically take one of how to just get people to start liking your page. And let me stop sharing this for a second so we can talk.